What's going on, you guys? My name's Ty Knots, and welcome to Top 5 Unknowns. 5 strangest newscast coincidences caught on camera. Number 5. This first clip is extremely strange. While broadcasting a news story about a manhunt involving an older woman who was assaulted after a minor car accident, a CBS News affiliate displayed a sketched image of who witnesses believed to be the perpetrator. Only there was one tiny coincidence. The man in the sketch looked almost identical to the reporter who was giving the rundown of the incident in question. It doesn't appear as though anyone actually caught this while the broadcast was initially airing, but it was also brought up on Good Morning America. Take a look.
I don't know. You just remind me of someone all of a sudden. I'm just looking at you,
and
I can't.
Where are you going, Roberts?
I can't remember who was there. Somebody that he. Yes, in our last story.
Not a chance.
If you DVR us, go back and it'll make all sense if you look at the piece.
Mike Helgren has the latest on the manhunt. Mike?
It was another day on the job for Mike Helgren, an up-and-coming reporter at the CBS affiliate in Baltimore. He was covering the case of a man who assaulted a woman after a fender bender.
And police really want to get this guy.
But look at what happened when they flashed the police sketch of the suspect.
Police are on the hunt for the man resembling this sketch.
Wait a second, look at these two faces side by side. See any resemblance?
Not a chance. This is solved. This is no cold case. That's the magic of television.
You better be glad you weren't on the story.
Yeah,
because they would have hauled you away.
He needs some makeup.
I know.
I've got some to spare.
If you DVR us, go back and it'll make all sense if you look at the piece in our 7:30 half hour.
Number 4. This next clip is eerily similar to the previous one. Police were on the hunt for a man who was believed to have been a sexual assailant. His photo, along with the story of the incident, were broadcast on the 10 p.m. news by a man who looked absolutely identical to the suspect in question. This is a shorter clip, so we'll play it twice to make sure that you get a good look. Check it out.
What led to this shooting illustrates just how on edge some people are with a rapist on the loose.
It's just something I think everyone needs to leave the police to handle.
And that's exactly what police want you to do. If you think you see the man in this sketch, they want you to call the police tips hotline at number 816-474-TIPS. And we're live in Waldo tonight. Larry Seward, NBC Action News.
Boy, good illustration.
What led to this shooting illustrates just how on edge some people are with a rapist on the loose.
It's just something I think everyone needs to leave the police to handle.
And that's exactly what police want you to do. If you think you see the man in this sketch, they want you to call the police tips hotline at number 816-474-TIPS. And we're live in Waldo tonight. Larry Seward, NBC Action News.
Boy, good illustration. Thank you, Larry.
Number 3. This next clip involves a news reporter from India who was reporting on a fatal accident that took place nearby. She continued through the broadcast as usual, but soon realized that there was an extremely high probability that her husband had been involved in the accident and had likely lost his life. Regardless, she powered through and found out moments after the broadcast that her husband had, in fact, been involved. Take a look at a short clip. Number 2. In 2015, a local news station was covering a story involving a bank robbery. However, much to their surprise, as they were broadcasting, an employee from the bank runs toward the cameras, points across the street, and spots the suspect who police had been looking for. The man was promptly arrested and taken into custody. The money that he stole is expected to be returned, and he's likely to face a pretty lengthy prison sentence. Take a look at the clip.
Tyler, just 24 hours ago, this bank in North... That guy right there. What? That's the robber. Oh, that's the robber.
During a live news report about a bank robbery, KIMT news reporter Adam Sellett was caught off guard when an employee began chasing a suspect fleeing from the bank after police say he robbed it again.
Just 24 hours ago, this bank in North... That guy right there. What? That's the robber. Oh, that's the robber. This is Live.T.V, folks. That's the robber. Just went by, according to the bank employee. So I gotta go here and call 911. I'll talk to you later.
Adam didn't realize that the same suspect police had been looking for was reportedly robbing the Rochester, Minnesota bank again during his broadcast. An hour after calling 911, police found the suspect and brought him into custody.
Yeah, this is really strange. He actually didn't run away, in my opinion. He was kind of almost jogging, but not full out sprinting away from the scene.
We guess the news reporter never suspected he'd be part of the news that day.
What?
So this guy saw your news vehicle, saw you with your camera, and still went inside and allegedly robbed this bank.
Yes. And I asked Lieutenant Mike Sadowskis with the Rochester Police Department about that, and he said that's a very high-risk move, and trying to figure out, you know, why somebody would do that. It's, you know, it's kind of the nature of the beast. You know, criminals will be criminals no matter what. We scripted it to say, you know, 24 hours ago, this bank in Northwest Rochester was crawling with officials after a bank robbery. So my initial reaction was to turn toward the bank so that people could see the bank. And when I turned toward the bank, that's when I saw the bank employee come rushing my way. Then my mind went back to what I saw actually before the live shot. Yeah, I was setting up. I had everything set up. I was a couple minutes away from my live tease before the show starts. And I just noticed somebody out of the corner of my eye just walking very slowly toward the bank. And noticed he was just very stoic and didn't have any emotions. And I thought, well, maybe he was a guest at the Comfort Inn there and had an account at that bank. So, but it kind of drew a red flag to me. Just kind of a little bit of a red flag, but it wasn't enough where I'm like, okay, this guy is really suspicious. I need to call police. Mm-hmm. Just thinking, I'm on live TV right now. Mm-hmm. Should I be standing in front of that camera still reporting, or should I get out of the camera, tell him I can't talk right now, and call 911? I knew, like, it's important to get the story, but it's also important for the police to know as much information as soon as possible. Right. After being at Beats at so many times, knowing as soon as I know that they know, right, it's key to possibly solving the case.
Number 1. This final clip aired on BBC News in the UK and showed a criminal that police were looking for once again who looked almost identical to the reporter who was giving the details on the story. The criminal's name was Victor Lakatos and could have easily been the twin brother of the BBC host Jason Mohammed. Victor's crimes aren't entirely known at the moment, as the original clip was either never uploaded to BBC or has since been removed. Either way, you can tell that the image and coincidental situation is making Jason extremely nervous throughout the broadcast. Take a look.
We asked for your help in finding Victor Lakatos. Detectives wanted to question him.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to click that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to keep updated with our videos.